Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another random little setup video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the changes that have happened with my setup in the past couple of months. I'm going to show you guys some new things, and I'm going to show you guys how big of a mess my setup really is. Because when you look at my desk and all of this at face value, everything actually looks really clean. But what I've done is I've taken the liberty of taking some pictures underneath my desk and sort of like gone up and underneath and taken pictures and whatnot so you guys can see how big of a mess I really am. Yeah, you guys are probably seeing them on screen right now. And if you look at the modesty panel from the outside here where everything is sort of faded, then you can see the wire mesh through there, but just not really all that much. And you can't see any wires really exposed except for that one, which comes up through the floor. And that's how that was set up when I got my house. I need to sort of like get that little coaxial cable mounted into the wall so I cannot see it. So yeah, so I'm not going to be going through the specs list of every single item on my desk here. I just kind of want to show you guys the methodology behind everything that is here. So I mean, the keyboard and mouse is a Corsair K70, the mouse is a Mionix Avior 8200, but that's not really what's important about this video. So let's go ahead and let's get right into it here. So the triple monitor setup I have it because once you go 3 monitors, you will never, ever go back. The one in the center is a 144 Hertz monitor, G-Sync 1440p. That thing is so insanely awesome for gaming. It's the Asus ROG Swift monitor, and the ones on the side are just some standard 1080p 60 Hertz monitors because they don't need to be anything super duper impressive, they just need to be good. And the methodology behind the ones that I chose are these thin bezels right here. They are super duper thin on each monitor. They're actually the same, and it looks super amazing this way. Like, you know, a lot of monitor setups that I see have thick bezels, and I'm just not a fan of that. So anyways, another big change that has happened is that above the webcam here, you can actually see another camera. Hi ma'am, you can see me on the screen there. And this camera is going to be used on my live streaming setups at twitch.tv/AntVenom. And the reason why I'm using a dedicated camera like this instead of my webcam is because it has much better green screening capability because the footage is a lot sharper. So this camera, the camera feed runs into the capture card that is in my computer system, which is why I can no longer use the Nintendo Wii or the Nintendo Wii U that are back there for now anyways. I'll get another capture card eventually. But yeah, and it also is permanently plugged in into an area behind these drawers right here, which I will show on screen right now. Yeah, it's actually quite a mess, but it's plugged in there so that this camera will never lose its battery power, which is super amazing. So it doesn't overheat anymore like it used to when I first tried using it because now the battery is always charged. So anyways, that's pretty cool. And the way I have it mounted is with this, the top of a Joby GorillaPod super glued onto the metal pole for my triple monitor stand. Super duper amazing. And then I have these 2 lights right here, which I can turn on literally with the flip of a button right here. And bam, I have the lighting for my face cams and all that, which is pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and let's place that down. So the next big change that I want to show you guys has to do with my computer setup itself here. So if we go ahead and we go all the way to the back here, for those of you who are unaware, the way my computer system is cooled is with a basement water cooling setup. And the reason why I do this, well, there's 2 main reasons. 1, it was a heck of a lot of fun to set up. And 2, it cools down the main components of my computer, draws the heat out of the room, and it stays out of the room. So I didn't want the heat building up in the room that I am in, and the reason why is because my house does not have central air conditioning. I just have that one air conditioner right there, and it, like, while I'm live streaming, I need to not have that on, so the room needs to stay cooler longer. But the big change that has happened with this setup is previously all of the main components of the water cooling loop, like the pump, like the fans downstairs, were all powered downstairs, which means it required its own power source downstairs. And that was really annoying because I had to turn those on separately from the computer. But now it's really hard to see. But let me go ahead and let me try and zoom in there. You see where that red wire is right there? That is a Molex extension cable. And if I go ahead and I look underneath the graphics card, if I can get that glare to go away, you can kind of see the wire that's running underneath the graphics card there. And all I've done is I've set up a Molex extension cable, which is what powers the stuff downstairs, and I drilled a hole in my floor. You can kind of see it. It's behind those pipes there. Let's go ahead and let's zoom in on that there. You can kind of see where that wire runs underneath there. Barely, not really, but it's there, and that runs downstairs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go downstairs, and I'll show you guys what everything looks like downstairs now. Okay, so now we're downstairs here, and you can see where the pipes run in from upstairs. But again, the big change is that this Molex cable now powers everything that's downstairs, and the big advantage of that is that this entire system will turn on when I turn on my computer upstairs, which means I don't need a remote trigger or anything like that for it. And that bugged me, having the remote trigger, because every now and then I would forget to either turn on the remote trigger when I turned on the computer, or mostly I would forget to turn it off and it would be on overnight, and that was just kind of a power waste. So yeah, but otherwise not a whole lot has changed down here. I do have a fan speed controller right there, but otherwise it is the same pump, the same radiator, the same fans, and the same reservoir. It's just all powered downstairs now, which is super duper amazing. One other thing I wanted to show you guys as well before I go ending off this video is this new green screen that I got. And the reason why I want to show it off is because of how quickly I can set it up. I mentioned that I'm using a new camera for my green screen setup, but what I didn't show you was the green screen itself. So obviously, with the office setup that I have here, there's not a lot of room for me in this office, and there's not enough room, or it's not really set up in such a way where I can turn my whole computer desk around, paint a wall, and have that be good. So what I needed is I needed a super quick and simple setup for a green screen. So as you guys are going to see right here, all I need to do is I just need to fold up this cloth green screen, and I just need to move it into place, and bam, we have ourselves a green screen. And all I need to do is I need to use this light that I have right here, light it from underneath, and it has all the proper lighting that I need in order to use the green screen for my live streaming setup, and it only takes 1 minute to set up and 1 minute to tear down. It's awesome. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show you guys, actually. If I have missed any images of the wire mess, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those on screen now. But yeah, what I like about the setup is that at least when you look at it from the front, you cannot see the wire mess or anything like that, and I can only really do so much about having that many wires managed, because I have something like 20 things plugged in back there that require an AC outlet, and I have like 20 USB devices as well, so it's insanity. So anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this random little video. That is a Capri Sun. I'm going to enjoy that in just a moment. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell, guys. Thanks so much for watching.